everybody, I am Brooke and I would like to officially welcome you to my channel, Attorney Brooke. I am very excited to get started. I'm excited to start getting to know everyone and mingling with everyone. Just a little bit about myself. I am a born and raised Texan. I live and work in Houston, Texas right now. I am a full-time attorney here in Houston. I graduated from law school here in Houston, and so I've kind of planted my roots here. I do family law through and through, so that's divorces, child custody, prenups, postnups, child support, anything, you name it, I do it. I've been doing it for a few years now, and there's definitely never a dull moment, that's for sure. Every family is different. Every family has their own story. Every family has their own skeletons in their closet, and I am the lucky one that gets to unravel it all and deal with it and deal with the stress and the emotion and everything that comes along with it, as well as being a woman in a, I would say, male-dominated industry. I think most of the time when you think of an attorney, you think of like a macho man in his suit and marching into court or doing these big transactions in the corner office, but that's definitely out there. Shout out to you if that's one of you. But I am definitely on a whole different spectrum of law. I definitely dabble more with people's more personal side and kind of dealing with them at some of their lowest moments or some of their most vulnerable. And so me as an attorney, I'm grateful that I'm in the position to be able to help navigate these people and these families through some of these moments and hopefully make their family unit or their lives just a little bit better than when we met. So I do enjoy being an attorney. It's definitely stressful. You definitely take on, like I would say most people here, you take on the stress of your client. It's definitely very client facing, client oriented. So it's kind of just like in customer service, whatever the client says, they're right. And you got to go with it. You got to roll with it. I suit up, I go to court, and just the full 9 yards. So yeah, it's very rewarding when you get those moments. It can be a bit monotonous, but it's definitely just a crazy world, and I'm just trying to navigate it and just kind of like doggy paddle on the surface and just like survive, and here I am. But obviously you see me in my eye patches. I have my full spread of skincare and makeup I want to share with you guys. I would call myself definitely a girl's girl when I'm not working, which takes up a lot of my time. I definitely love to dabble in skincare, makeup, hair, clothes, style, fashion, you name it, I love to do it. I love watching content. It's one of, like, I would say my hobbies. Is that a hobby? I love watching and learning, dabbling in it, trying new things. So I am excited to have everyone kind of join along in my journey of starting to build content and share with whoever is out there and willing to watch and tune in. Just share with you a little slice of what I enjoy, and maybe in the hopes that you enjoy it too. And along the way, I'll definitely try to dabble in some of what it's like being a professional, a woman, like I was saying earlier, in a male-oriented kind of professional world, and how I navigate that. Also, when it comes down to just navigating life as a professional and those expectations that come along with it, and sometimes the stereotypes or generalizations that can come along with that. I just kind of want to show everyone out there that you can have drive and be passionate about your career and be a professional, and you can also just kind of chill out and have some fun and dabble in things that you enjoy doing. And mine just happens to be skincare and makeup and all that jazz. So I would like to share with you guys my everyday go-to, what I slap on in the morning for skincare, and then also what I put on for makeup. I personally love wearing makeup every day. It's like part of my morning that I just like taking for myself and doing, and I enjoy it. So let's just start with that. I have on some eye patches. I don't wear them every day. I pulled these out of the fridge when they're, sure most of you know, when they're chilled, they're just more relaxing and kind of working that formula in a bit more and depuffing the under eyes. Take these off. Usually I'd probably want to wipe it off to keep it from pilling. And a trick that I've learned with the eyes is you want to be so gentle, so delicate. It's one of like the thinnest, most sensitive like areas of skin on your body, on your face, along with your lips. So definitely, I mean, we all do it, the rubbing, like just be careful. Okay, I like to start with a lip balm. I just threw it on. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I have it in vanilla. They do have other flavors. They're not like super pungent or anything, so it's nice and thick. I like to sleep in it sometimes too. It's great. My lips tend to get dry, so I like to have that as kind of a base to start out with. So for me, in kind of my journey of learning makeup and skincare, I have learned that skin prep is absolutely first and foremost when it comes to makeup. Like, I would personally rather have skin prep than makeup if it came down to it. I would never throw on makeup without anything else under it. It's just like an addiction at this point. I start with, it's the Ren Ready Stay Glow Daily AHA Tonic. I've gone through several bottles of this. I think it's gentle enough to be daily. I think you can do it like day and night, but I have a different nighttime one that I like to use. So definitely use a reusable pad, which I have. If you don't do your neck and décolletage, you're doing it wrong. Get that going. This just kind of like sets I don't know, it's hard to see, sets a glow. Then I go in with an eye cream. Right now I'm using the Summer Fridays eye cream. I'm like a cult follower of Summer Fridays, so kind of throughout this journey you're gonna see a lot of it, and it's an illness at this point that I'm just like not gonna apologize for. So it has some vitamin C in it, some peptides. Grab an amount. So use your ring finger when you're applying eye cream, because like I was saying, gotta be gentle under the eyes as much as possible with that skin, not a lot of pulling. Also, this finger tends to like have the most amount of fat compared to your other fingers, so it's just like better able to like bounce it off. Pores woken up, get that product soaked in. Everything I do is so light touch. Like, it might look crazy and rough, but like I've trained myself to like be so gentle. So might not really be able to tell, but you can definitely see like that glow coming in. This it's not pigmented, it just has a little bit of, I would say, shimmer to it. Right now, I would say it's not my fave eye cream, but gets the job done. That's what I have right now. Next, Summer Fridays, their vitamin C serum that they call the CC Me serum. I've quite literally gone through like 20 of these. Get you a couple pumps. Next, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Obsessed. I've tried other moisturizers. I can dabble into that in other videos, but love this. Gone through several bottles of it. Gotta slap on a good moisturizer. I'm a firm believer in like I said earlier, skin prep is everything, and whatever you want to like show through and whatever like you want to elicit with your makeup, it all comes from skin prep. So if like you're wanting like a super dewy, over the top glow, like tailor your skincare to that. If you want more of like a mattified, like super micro pore kind of look, go with those kind of products. And I think it also depends on like the longevity of the makeup you're going to be wearing that day. Also like temperature, weather, if you're at an event, if you're just like going to like sit in your office, whatever. I typically steer towards like the glowy, dewy. On an everyday, I like my skin to just feel like my skin and really look like my skin, as opposed to like, on the other hand, I love a full glam. I love doing it for like rehearsal dinners, weddings, nights out, stuff like that. Last, what I throw on every day is the Supergoop glow screen. So if you're not wearing an SPF, girls and gals, if there's one thing you ever do in your life, two things: drink water and SPF. I am very generous with it, behind the neck, all that, because the sun hits everywhere. I just like the glow screen. It has like, look at this, who is she? Love it. Looking more supple. A thing I've learned, and like I kind of break that rule and it doesn't really matter, is typically Typically with the like shimmer pigmented eye creams and like the Supergoop that has like the shimmer in it, when you lather on a lot on your under eye, it can sometimes like reflect light off of like the literal like topography of your eye, and I have pretty bad bags. You know, if you see me and you see my bags, just don't say nothing. Skin prep is good, it's soaking in. Next is foundation. I don't always wear foundation, but I'll slap it on right now. Armani Luminous Silk, love it. I've tried a couple other ones, but I've gone through, again, several bottles of this and like it's it. So throw you a little bit. I'm more of like a less is more kind of person when it comes to makeup, just in the sense that like start out with less and you can always add on. But once you deposit that initial like chunk or like lather of makeup, like that's the look you're gonna get in a way, especially when you start like layering powders on top of creams. Anyways, foundation brush. So I like to deposit more on my cheeks right here. That's where I like the most coverage, just to even everything out. Save a little bit of real estate under the eyes for that concealer, if you want concealer. Clearly, I wear concealer, I mean, come on. If you don't bring this under the ear, a little bit over, behind like me, if you're like a slicked back look, girl, put it behind your ear, your neck. I mean, it's not the most beautiful, but like, I just like it because my skin still looks like skin. I didn't like overdo it. Next, concealer. I haven't like really found an OG concealer that I love, love, love. I know it's like unpopular opinion with, I think, most people out there, but I love Shape Tape and I just need to get more of it by Tarte. Right now I'm using E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's drugstore brand. I've tried E.L.F.'s like mattifying longwear one. I like it too. It just tends to like not deposit as like smoothly and creamy as this one does. And I just kind of wanted a creamier one now. So I absolutely wear concealer. If I could have like 2 makeup products to ever pick from ever again, I would probably say concealer and a lip balm or concealer and a bronzer. Concealer brush. I'm a brush gal. I do use the sponges. If I'm like really mattifying and like throwing on a lot of layers, I need that like real great blend, I'll do it. But otherwise, I'm a brush gal. You can generally like have, it's a little bit more like of a micro application. You can really get the product where you want it and you can control with the amount of pressure. Like it's literally art, like you would be like painting on a canvas or something. So go in wherever you want the most coverage in general. Let it sit for a sec. I don't always do concealer on the forehead. It's kind of whatever. I get a little oily in there, so it just kind of depends. Definitely get the side of the nose. That's where like we tend to get like the broken capillaries and that redness, sometimes dryness with just extra skincare, wind, sun, whatever it might be. I like to leave, don't be scared to use your finger. I like to leave a little bit of that under eye like natural color. It's just like that natural like depth and shading, as opposed to like going all the way up with the concealer and then it's like super stark and then you have to work to like pack back in makeup to like make your eye look not your ill. Other side, I don't know why I put this. I don't love a lot of concealer on my nose. I just kind of use what's left on the brush. Again, like I said earlier, super dainty, super light. It might look like I'm like going ham, but it's like super light. Blend it everywhere. I like a lighter concealer. It's just preference. I like a brighter under eye, but like you do you. I'm also like pretty fair, I would say. So I just like it to be a little lighter because, as you will see, I'm a bronzing queen. So she looks better. She's looking better. I love a cream bronzer, love cream products. That's generally what I go to. I love the Chanel cream bronzer. I have the lighter shade. I think there's 2. I like the lighter shade. Like a little goes a very long way with this. I have like a denser brush. I think if you're wanting more of like a real like from within, like very subtle, like you could use like a real fluffy, looser brush. But like when I'm in a hurry and I just kind of want to pack it on, a denser, like stiffer brush. Placement wise, I just kind of do it where I would like contour, but then also I like bring it in. I like to bring it in for a little bit of like that cheek color too. And like the everyday, like there's really no rhyme or reason. Like I just kind of slap it on. Oh, she's coming back. So one thing I've learned too is when you first deposit product, like if you're going in and you want that like snatched concealed look, deposit your product back here and like don't be scared to get up in the temples, and then you kind of work the rest of it down. So you're getting the depth and that shadow back here as opposed to like depositing it like boom right there. I don't always like close in all the way on the forehead. It can sometimes like shorten the face, which I mean, there's really no rule book, so kind of whatever you like. Don't be scared, get that jaw, chin. Like if you're outside tanning, like the sun's gonna hit everything. So like get in there. Then I'm gonna go in with a cream blush. I have the Rose Ink cream blush. So beautiful, so good. I think the formula, if you're like a cream gal and you like cream products, this one's good. If you're like super oily, it can be good to help with that, even though you're still trying to enjoy the cream product. I just have like a little short. I love a high blush moment. Love, love, love blush. So like if you're a blush gal, like go for it. Can we see it? And then I would usually go, actually, I just saw this. I ordered, and I've been wanting to get it for so long. It's the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush. It's like the baby pink color. I feel like it's been sold out for so long. Here we are. Okay, so not the cleanest, but again, this is a dual fiber makeup brush. You can see it has like the denser bristles down here, and then up top, it's like the real light, like airy ones. This is good for cream product because it's gonna deposit a lot of the cream like in the denser portion of the brush, and then like your light stippling and control comes from the airy part of the brush. It's just good for bronzer, blush, honestly, anything. So we're gonna try it. I don't know who she thinks she is. Huh, I love it. Okay, especially I would say if you're layering powders on top of a cream product, definitely tap the excess off, because like I keep saying, as soon as you push that product onto that one spot, that's where the majority of that product is going to deposit, and then you're having to constantly work from that area to get the product where you want it, versus if it's like literally less is more, tap it all off, start like lightly depositing, and then you're gonna get it. You're gonna be able to control the placement a bit more. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, so never tried it, just tried it. Go get it. So good, the Dior blush. Next, I love, like I said earlier, I love a glowy moment. I love highlighter. I don't really like super pigmented, like harsh highlighter. I like a bit more of the subtle. So my favorite is the Dior Backstage Glow Face palette. I've been using this one for so long, but as you can see, it's very lived in. My pink one like completely fell out. So these specific shades are sold out right now, but I ordered the Dior Backstage Glow Face palette just like in a different hue. Let's give it a go. Probably not like the best idea, but I'm gonna use that same dual fiber brush. I'm just gonna try to give it a good sweep. Okay, look how gorgeous. It's definitely more of like the warm tone, like peaches, but we love her. She's pretty. I'm gonna sweep probably like a little bit of the lighter, but try to get a little bit more of this like peachy one. And I deposit high up right here in the temple area. So kind of like where I put the blush, but just a bit higher up. Again, focus a bit more on the peachy. Probably do a little bit lighter touch right here. Cupid's bow, tip of the nose, chin. I'm kind of like on the fence about highlighter. If I'm gonna do highlighter, I like to do it everywhere. Otherwise, I think it can tend to be a bit kind of just placed in one spot kind of look versus like having just like a subtle glow everywhere, where like if you're getting that luminosity like truly from the sun and from like your natural oils, like where are those high points gonna be? The nose. Like don't forget the high points like in the middle of your face. Like we often do like the cheeks and the temple, which is beautiful, but don't neglect the inside of the face. Okay, up top, I definitely like to do my forehead. I'll do a little bit darker just for the bronzy glow. So pretty. And then I would go in with a little bit of powder. I love powder. I definitely pack it on if I'm like layering a lot and I want like real mattified, like snatched under eye. I definitely have the products for that. I love several powders right now. I like the Maybelline Fit Me line of just like their pressed powder. I've used it for so long and it does me no wrong. So I have the translucent shade. I'm gonna use just like, it's a little bit dense, but clean your brushes. A little bit of fluff too. It already has powder in it, but pop that under, set that concealer. I don't really love to overdo it. I don't really mind. Set that under eye. Finished the powder. Next, I don't always curl my eyelashes, don't really always care. I like the Lancome Idole mascara. Love, love, love it. I don't like just pack on a bunch of layers. I just kind of like to sweep it just so my eyes aren't like super stark. Because again, everyday makeup, we're not doing falsies, we're not doing the full glam. And like also personally, I like a more subtle, simple makeup look for every day, kind of in the professional world. I personally feel more confident when I don't have to like worry about, is my face cakey? Is it this? Are my lips too much? Like whatever. That's just how I feel sometimes. Like, is my falsie popping off in the middle of court? I don't know. It's just like one less thing for me that I have to worry about. But I also have moments where I like to be full glam and I'll wear that red lip to the office or whatever, so to each their own. That's pretty much it, except for I like to sweep a little bit through the brows and then I'll throw on a lip. The E.L.F. Wow Brow I like. I don't do anything like super special with my brows. They're pretty little and a bit crazy, so I just kind of let them do what they do. I'm not like overly committed to like the werewolf brow look or like super penciling in a look. They're like they're just like naturally uneven and that's just how they are. And I don't really mind it. I just sweep through the brown. I also have a good clear brow gel. It's the one that's by Makeup by Mario. If I'm just doing like more of a subtle, like clean look, love it. Pretty. And then lastly, I'll throw on a lip. I am a lip person. If I don't have on a lip, I feel naked. Love, love, love the Makeup Forever, like artist pencils. They can be used as eyeliner, like fill in those brows, lip liner, like whatever you want it to be. There's like a full array of colors. They're amazing. My absolute favorite is Endless Cacao. It's definitely in like that cooler brown shade. There's like no like warm undertones or rosy undertones. I just like the cool ones. So I'm an overliner, sue me. And when your lips are just moisturized, everything just glides on and applies so much better. We'll do Velvet Teddy, not my fave. It's like a little bit dark, but it's fine. It's definitely by MAC. It's definitely in the warmer, like rosier family, which is fine because it'll kind of liven up that like taupey cool tone liner. And like if I'm a gloss person, have to have it, which means like you definitely have to reapply more and it can get a little crazy. Always gotta have the gloss. This is by Pat McGrath. I love the Pat McGrath formula. I really like, call me psycho, but I really like the sticky, like plumping lip gloss. I don't like lip gloss that feels like thin or like it just slips right off. And this is kind of the perfect combo of both. Give that a whirl. I like to go a little bit where I overlined on the lip, just on the Cupid's bow, so like when you turn, like the light will catch it. Is there anything better than lip gloss? Pretty much it. A little bit of Pixie spray to top it off. Whew. So normally on a work morning, I can throw that together in like 10 minutes. I definitely broke it down and gave a bit more of like an explanation and kind of why I do what I do. But at the end of the day, there are so many makeup artists. There's so many techniques. There's so many products. There's so many tricks. And like what there isn't is a rule book. And that's what I'm learning. And there's really no right or wrong. It's just about like how you're feeling that day, the time you have, like the weather, the where you're going, like all of it can dictate your makeup or what you grab, like from your clothes to your jewelry, everything to your hair. And sometimes it's just about like finding that combo that morning, that day that works for you. There's no rules in beauty. There's no rule book. You just do like what makes you feel good and confident. And that's what I'm learning. And when it comes to makeup, that like every day, Monday through Friday, like I don't just stick to the same products. I will kind of grab whatever I'm feeling. If I want a pinkier look, if I want a bronze look, if I want like a super light pink lip for fun or something dark, like there's really no right or wrong. You just kind of throw it together. Sometimes I do like more of an eyeshadow look. Today I didn't do anything. Sometimes I'll kind of create a crease with a little bit of bronzer, but there's really no right or wrong. I typically get pretty oily throughout the day, which is kind of counterintuitive to like all the glow I put on, but I just love it and it is what it is. So I just bring like a little bit of powder with me and like a good fluffy brush, and like halfway through the day I'll touch up, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to like my OGs that are gonna be watching from the start. I am forever grateful, and I really hope you guys will tune in to some of the stuff that's to come as I learn and I experience this world and get to be creative and like have this outlet to share this part of my life with you guys. So I really appreciate it. If you like at all what I did, it's been light and now the sun's going down, so just bear with me as the lighting changes. But I am very grateful that you guys tuned in. I appreciate it. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. I plan on giving you guys more content, sharing a bit more with you. So I hope you guys want to come along on the journey with me. All right, I'm out and I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye.